Hi guys, this is Yuli again, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I just wanna thank you all my subscribers and just stay tuned to my next video. And please follow my Facebook page and also visit my Plane to the World um, website. If you have any question at all, just email me and I'll get to you when I have time. As this is actually just my like sideline of making video. I'm also working full time. So yeah, um, bear with me and just be patient. Thank you so much for subscribing. And today I want to talk about where can you find the good Filipina. Okay, so most of the people will always say the good Filipina is you can find them from the province or like countryside. I mean, I think 80% of the good Filipina is really from the province. I think it's because um, their hardship, like they are like not exposed to the foreigners or not exposed to the city. But also, it's not good. It's not all the Filipina from the province or countryside is good. The thing is, there's two sides on that. I'm from the province and I'm from Mindanao, and also I was born there, and the values and manners and respect is I think I get it from where I grew up. So I think if you carry on your province attitude or province like manners, then you probably will grow up be respectful kind of person and be nice kind of person, or I mean kind to others. It's because you're gonna feel like the way your hardship that you experience when you grew up. But the second thing, a bad thing about or not only Filipina, actually generally just all over Asia, it's it's really just depend on a person that you met. It doesn't matter if the person is from Philippines, from other Asian country, or even in Western country. It's depend on a person. If you find a person who is good match with you and they fall in love with you and they have a good heart and they feel your pain or they care for you, then they will think about the expenses, they will think about the money that you spend, they will think about your future and her future and both of your future or whatever siblings or no, I mean kids together in the future. But the thing is, most of the Filipina from the province, sometimes they're moving to the city, so they are now in the city. So they are exposed more in city life, and open their eyes about a little bit of adapting about the city life and stuff like that, but their manners and respect is still there because I feel it on me, on myself. I mean, I grew up as a province girl and I'm still the province girl. It didn't change me, but it's not all of them is didn't change though. Some of them will change, especially whenever you meet someone who is, let's say, she's from the province, but she is, like whenever she is still in the province, her mind is very high and she's thinking about materialistic. She's thinking about, oh, I can't wait to have this, to have that, to have this. So in that kind of thing, whenever she get to the city and she gets some money and she has some money, and then whenever she's seen a good money, I mean, whenever she has money on her hand, she would know how to spend them, and in that way it will change her. It's not only her, or it's also on the men's side. I mean, it's just really depend on a person, because most people cannot handle whenever they move into the city and they, get a little bit of more money than they used to. They will be shocked, and they will change eventually. They will change their attitude. And like, even though they grow up very good person, very respectful and has a good heart toward others, whenever they get to the city, they change eventually, and they will change very, very different. So in that case, that's very, very typical. I mean, if you're from the province, because where I grew up, we do not have any radio, we do not have any cell phones. um, the only thing that I would see is field of rice, rice field, corns, just bird or whatever. So I'm not exposed to any cars. I don't see any cars there. I do not see any. We don't even have electricity. So um, I do not have any phone, and I do not know anything about outside of where I grew up. Our news there, if we have a newspaper, is gonna takes a month before it's gonna arrive there. So that way, I do not know anything about outside of where I grew up. But when I move into the city, it's still, I have those attitude who is, I feel sad when I see people being taken advantage of, or when I see people um, mistreated or something like that, because I feel when I was, young and everything like that, I grew up very, very poor, and I'm still poor, of course. But um, I feel like you have to value money. You have to think about what you're gonna buy for that. Is it worth it? Because it's not easy to make money. Because when I grew up, I do not have any money ahead in my head. My parents are so poor. So in that way, I experienced hardship, starving, no food. So I appreciate the people who work hard, and that's why I do not like whenever my fellow Filipina or Filipino take advantage of other people. It doesn't matter what kind of people they are. If they're from the other country, you must also respect the other country people, because um, the thing is, we're Filipino, and we're very, very family oriented. But I think there's another stuff that you can value family in other way, like showing love instead of using your children, to support you and support your sibling if you're married to a foreign person. Or it's not even general, it's not only foreign person, it's also if they are married to a rich person, or I don't know, have some money, which is not fair, because we can work. We're not disabled. It doesn't matter if you make 50 peso, as long as it's a work. Like it's hardship. I mean, it's you work hard for it. You don't just take advantage of other people. um so my tips is where you can find a good Filipina in the Philippines, either it's in Manila, Cebu, Mindanao. I suggest you have to look to it really, really carefully, and very, very careful, because it's depend on the person. It doesn't matter if she is from the province, it doesn't matter if she's from the city, doesn't matter if she's from the Manila or from Cebu City or Mindanao. Generally, it's depend on the person attitude, what her ambition in life, what her heart desire. Um, Actually, whenever you met someone, you eventually see that through their eyes. I mean, you will really know from the let's say 5 days. Whenever you met someone, you will notice if they're materialistic, if they're just after your money, or they're a person who is hiding their true colors. um if I am the man, I will test, you know, I will test a person. I will ask her, what do you want? What do you want me to buy this for you? Or what kind of gift do you want? You'll eventually see it to her eyes and you will see what she wants. If she will say, "Oh, it's up to you, honey. I don't really like," but through her expression, you will really see. But if the person he is really true, she will say, "No, I want to get to know you, and I want to grow, you know, like our relationship and everything like that without anything that, you know." Because you see, if you, the thing is, if you are very very respectful kind of woman, and you are you have a very good heart and you just care for love, you have pride. So the pride is gonna be like, "No, I don't want to get anything from you because in the end, you know, like the thing is, whenever you treat others nicely, it came back to you nicely." So it, for me, if I treat others very terribly, I will think, "Uh oh, maybe they're gonna think they're gonna treat me terrible too. I don't want that, or they're gonna treat my family terrible, you know." So I want to treat others nicely, so it will come back to me nicely. You know what I mean? It's just basically just be a human being. You know, you can stand on your ground, because I know that you. Oh, we Filipino love our family, but it's very painful whenever we love them so much, but whenever we're married to a foreign man, if we do not send them anything, we are not their family, just like this. Literally will not text you, will not call you, and they're like, "You change." It's very hurtful. You're gonna think, what did I do? Now I'm only your money making. Before, you're really like accepting me because I am there. I don't have money, I'm poor, but now you think I changed? So it's really painful. I mean, it's I know there's many Filipino who can, you know, relate to this. So my tip is, where you can find a good Filipina, I suggest go to the province, the one that is not really exposed to the city, and teach her the life that you want to build together before she um, get exposed to the city. So in that way, she know what is the value of money, what is the you know, expenses outside her comfort zone. You know, I know there is many Filipina who is living in the city but from the province, and they are still had a good heart from the, you know, where they grow up and everything like that. But generally, Filipina are very very loving and very good wife. It's just mostly it's really the family side that forcing them to do something that, you know, they don't, and they don't have, sometimes they don't have much choice because they're thinking about, if I don't do this, I'm gonna lose my family. And of course it's just emotional involved in that. But if I am that kind of person, though, I will just say, I'm grown up, and if they can't accept my husband for who he is, and they can accept me for who I am now that I am happy with this person, if they only think about money from me, then there's nothing I can do anymore about that, because I just show the love to them. But if they can exchange love to me because of I'm married to a foreign man now, because I'm only the money making, then it's not my fault anymore, it's their fault. You know, either they accept you, if you know, accept you and your husband, or not. That's it. Because I'm always saying this. I mean, they survived without their child before. They will survive after their child. After they will survive without their child. No, their daughters. Whatever. Um, I understand a little bit about sending money to the parents because if your parents is very very old, then yes, you have to send a little bit just to help them, the medication or whatever. But sending money to your siblings and nephew and nieces every month, that's I think that's just a little bit too harsh because it's just not fair anymore. And even on your parents, you just have to be very minimize that because if you're married already to a foreign man, you have to be um you have to think carefully and balance that, minimize that because you're gonna hurt someone and it's not. I think it's not good. I know it's not my business, but still not really nice. And I feel ashamed all the time whenever people talk about, oh, you're from the Philippines and I heard of blah 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 that you guys are just married for a green card and then you just left your husband. And then I was just staring at them and I feel like I'm not like that, but I know that there's so many doing that, so there's nothing much I can do. So this is really painful though. I mean, we need to change our attitude. We can help our family in the Philippines, but only emergency. It's better to save that money if you send like for birthday presents and everything, Christmas or whatever. It's better to save that money to the bank in case of emergency for your family, your husband or your children or whatever, your parents. It's much better to save that in the bank than to just wasting it to a celebration. I think that's really. So to all those single men out there, if you're looking for a serious relationship from the Philippines or Asia, learn about the person first. And that that person is telling the truth or not. Don't be blind fooled by their beauty. Because I know Asian ladies will melt your heart or whatever. They will just look at you and very charming and touch you like very charming and yeah, everything else. But do not be fooled. If they play games with you, play games with them and see who wins, right? And if you're just looking for fun, Asia is fun, fun, fun. If you have money, you have honey. But if you're looking for serious relationship, I suggest open your eyes. Do not use do not involve in any emotional right away. Just be very very careful who you choose and to be with. And I suggest if you're looking for serious relationship, go first to the province and don't be scared. Just research more about it and you'll find your loved ones. But get to know them personally. Never be fooled. Never. And that's it, guys. I hope that I give a little bit of info about that. It's really just depends on a person. It's not because they're from province or city, but it's through their hearts. Okay. And thank you so much for subscribing again, and I'm so grateful that you guys likes my video, and I hope that you continue liking my videos. And next time, I'm gonna make a videos about my trip in Cambodia and share about what we did there and maybe a little bit of info of expenses or where to stay. Okay, thank you so much, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and see you next time.